Non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible idiots will live in the dream. We're all over zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
What up? What? What up,
Dude,
guys?
that song is so good.
It's the yeah.
It's like I've heard obviously a lot of people try to do AI songs, but that one just hits a little different.
I don't know why too. I don't know if it's like the sentimental thing or what. You know what I mean? Just because it's like dropping our name or whatever. It's fucking awesome. I love it.
I think there's a couple things, like the structure of it too. Like it's got a great outro that just like flows right into the opening.
Dude, that's a good point.
I don't know.
When I make them, like half of them are like there's something wrong with it. Either the lyrics don't come out right, or the flow doesn't come out right, or it'll even, if you make the lyrics, it'll cut out some to make it fit. That one just kind of like checked almost every box. So
yeah,
it is cool.
It really does.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Bunny and Edge and Choina and how do you, dude? I never say your name because I don't know how to say it. Manuzzi. Fucking A, Manuzzi. There we go. Now I can say it.
Don't say his name wrong. And
that's why I didn't say it. I didn't want to.
Yeah. Good call.
Good morning, English. Good to see you, bro. M1 and Micah and Giovanni. What's good, my boys? Fuck, dude. I barely prepped. I just wanted to get on and stream a little bit and then go play some video games. I'm gonna have an edible this morning. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks since I've had one. So I
would recommend you get yourself a pickleball paddle and get out there and play some pickleball today.
Dude, my son's been playing pickleball.
Yeah.
Why are you playing pickleball?
Oh, I'm a player, bro. It's like it's like part of my routine.
Is it really?
Yeah.
James, it's over, bro. I can't even picture pickleball. I can't even picture what the sport is.
Oh, you've seen it?
I mean, I feel like I have, but I'm trying to picture if it's like racquetball or wall ball or something.
Yeah.
Or...
It's like just picture a tennis court that like you play a version of tennis that almost combines like a bit of ping pong, not as much racquetball, but it's kind of like ping pong on a tennis court, but that's still not a great. But it's with a wiffle ball style ball.
So it goes a little slower.
It can, depending on who you're playing against, but yeah, it's easier than tennis, and it's a ton of fun.
That looks cool.
There's courts. Fuck. Yeah, dude, it's a blast. There's courts down the road from me, so I play at the JCC, but at the summer courts are open now, and the competition is fierce, bro. It's fierce. No, it is.
Yeah.
The funny thing is you can have like an insanely out of shape person that can be like really good.
Because you don't have to move as much, maybe?
Yeah, depending on like who you're playing against. Like there's certainly like skill involved, okay. So like you don't have to be, the playing field is evened.
It looks fun, dude.
It is.
It looks really fun. Actually, that reminds me, my wife bought us a pickleball little like home setup, right, to put out in the front yard or something.
Yeah.
Dude,
try
we gotta get that set up. Dude, we are talking all us fucking boomers are playing pickleball. Tickle plays pickleball too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Damn, bunch of
everybody
boomers.
Does. Everybody, dude. Like
that makes me not want to play it.
By the way, it's not just boomers. Like when I go down to the pickleball courts, it's like high school and college kids
Well,
playing.
that's funny because again, my son's playing, so it's like a trendy thing now, huh?
It's been like getting really popular over the last like 10 years or so, but like it's skyrocketed in the last like 2 to 3 years.
That's cool.
Crazy.
Man, you know what I'm
It's
excited
addicting.
for is the Olympics. I didn't realize the Olympics are in like 5 weeks, 6 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, it's coming up, man. That's always fun. Yeah, that's always
dude.
fun. I bet they'll have that as a sport, like if badminton is a sport, pickleball should be.
Yeah, fair. Dude, it's always funny watching some weird ass sport. I always think like the that sport where you're on skis with a gun.
Oh,
like there's just some
yeah,
weird
yeah.
sports.
That one I kind of get, like, at least the origins I think kind of come from like hunting, when people would like ski and then they would hunt and then it became like a competitive thing.
Yeah, dude, I love power slap. I'm like, I watch those videos all the fucking time now.
Dude, did I tell you, like, I've got some power slap ENS names, which at this point are obviously worthless, but
You think?
I've got like, I mean, I assume all ENS names are worthless, you know, for the most part, but I've got like UFC power slap,
No shit.
power slap UFC. Yeah. One of my buddies that's a Kong did the, before power slap like really came out, he was like, dude, I'm working on this thing with the UFC. It's this thing that's going to be coming out. It's this slap league. And
You're
he
connected
did-
to UFC guys, aren't you? Through something with the
what's
Kongs.
weird is it wasn't even through Chuck Liddell. It was just a Kong who is like does content, and he's like really well connected out in LA. And he does he did their initial like footage for like their commercials and I don't know what you call that, like their teasers.
Yeah, their promotion.
So he was out there like filming, and he's like, dude, he's like, it's crazy. He's like, you just have these people that are just literally slapping the shit out of
Do you
each
ever
other.
watch it? Like, do you ever like sat down and
have.
watched like, dude, it's awesome.
It's crazy. One of the dudes is from Buffalo. I forgot his name, but they're like one of the like high ranking guys is a local.
I picture somebody
Crazy.
dies in this before they die in the UFC.
How do you even like? I don't even know. I don't know how you take one of those slaps. I mean, that's like next level.
No, they're crazy, and I
Bitch
pick like
slap.
we're gonna see like some, if it hasn't happened already, some like somebody's jaw's
Brain.
gonna get ripped off. You know, like dislocated.
Brain
I'm
damage.
sure. Yeah, dude, it's fucking violent. It's wild. By the way, we're gonna start. You fucked up my morning, man, in 2 ways.
My bad.
Yeah, it's all no, it's good in a good way. Yeah, in a good way. First, talking about pizza at 6 a.m., which has got me craving pizza. But then Henry dropped on me that there's a new like documentary or something or coming out about JFK.
No, new biography.
A new biography. Okay.
Yeah. So there's a new biography. I think the lady's name is like Maureen Carwell or Cahell or something like that. So yeah, what I was sharing with you was like, I guess, excerpts out of the biography.
So yeah, why don't we go over that this morning? It's pretty awesome. So JFK.
Yeah, it's weird.
There's a couple really interesting sections here. Following the assassination of JFK, Jackie spent her final moments alone with JFK's corpse at Parkland Memorial Hospital, Dallas, intimately kissing his entire naked body, his mouth, his chest, his leg, his penis. What the fuck?
Yeah, like the nurse was like, "You can't go in there," and she's like hell I can't," and she did. Real seedy stuff too. Like I think everyone knew he was kind of a playboy, but yeah, like he was just he sounds like a pretty awful person.
Yeah, dude.
From the standpoint, right?
Shocking. It's so fucking shocking that our politicians are like just the most fucked up, the most like literally the most fucked up people on earth.
It's scripted. So like he was like known for cheating on her. And when he was a senator, so he got caught in a similar instance that like Bill Clinton did with Monica Lewinsky. She caught
an
him
intern, right?
As a senator. She caught him, and so like she knew that he was like this, but they knew that for any presidential aspirations at that time, you know, what is this, the 60s, that like a divorced dude like that wouldn't work. So his dad basically paid her, I think it was $1 million to stay with him and then said like if he gave her any STDs, they would pay her several million because they knew image-wise that like he needed her.
Yeah. Dude,
Just really weird stuff,
it's
dude.
so fucked up. Like all of it. It's
Really
all
weird,
fucked up.
right?
These are the people that run our country, and they're all fucking compromised, and they're all evil. They're all fucking evil. They're all twisted, dark fucking people.
Like
I don't
she
know,
was
dude.
having a miscarriage, I think, or had a stillborn,
I see
and
that
he
right
was
here,
like in the
actually.
Mediterranean. He was in the Mediterranean with his brothers. I think his brother showed up at the hospital,
Okay.
and was like, "Yeah, he's not going to be able to. Jack's not going to be able to make it."
He refused to
you
return
know.
home on a holiday, which he was with a whole bunch of other women in South Africa. He just said, "What's done is done. The baby's lost." What else,
yep.
bro?
Yep.
Um,
Ultimately, I think did come back when like it was like, no, this you kind of need to like save. That might have been on a second one. So I guess she had quite a few. I don't know if it was quite a few, but at least a couple miscarriages due to the STDs that he gave her.
Dude, it's so crazy. All right, he almost certainly infected Jackie with multiple STDs, including chlamydia that caused her fertility issues. Interesting stuff. Here's what you were mentioning. Toying with the idea of divorce, Jackie struck a deal with JFK's father, Joe, paying her $1 million if she stayed in the marriage and millions more if he ever gave her an STD again. So you said she got paid. Cool. JFK sent a depressed Jackie to a mental hospital for the elite. She received 3 rounds of electroshock therapy in just 1 week. That's fucked up. The treatment made her shake so bad her bones sounded as if they were breaking. That shit's wild. Our dad had electroshock therapy, and dude was a vegetable for like a month. Like at least he was that's some fucked up stuff.
So weird.
Dude, again, it's crazy. Like, don't you think they're all like this? Like all of them?
I think to a degree, like, yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff like that goes on. I don't think people can even really imagine the not just the lifestyle, but the power at those levels.
Yeah.
Like, I think it exceeds, like, it's one thing to be like a rich person in Hollywood, right? It's another to be like somebody who like holds the nuclear codes for,
dude. That power would corrupt me.
right? Yeah, probably would. You'd go full Sith.
Would you?
Dude,
I picture you would not. You're a good dude.
Yeah, I don't think I would, but the other thing is like I there's nothing about that interests me. You know what I mean? I'm just like I don't even want that. I can't, because I just think it'd be a tough life to live. Half of the people in the world or the country always hate you. I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be my cup of tea. But yeah, no, I think they're corrupted, man.
That's why it's weird with the Trump shit. Like, dude, he is this. He is exactly this kind of person. But it's like it's not exclusive to Trump. It's basically, I don't believe it's all of them, but I believe it's probably more than half of them are this fucked up.
Like, imagine how crazy that was the day he was shot. Like, basically, his skull and brains ended up in her lap.
Yeah.
Like what? So I guess she was kind of like holding his head, knowing like, and I think he was still breathing even at the hospital, which is surprising. I always thought he like died instantly, but he did not die instantly. Like he was still breathing like in a shallow manner at the hospital. But yeah, just imagine. Oh, so she was like holding his head, not wanting people to see like how bad it was. And then I think a Secret Service agent, I think the guy that was on the back of the car that eventually I think jumped onto the car, I think he gave her his suit coat to like wrap his head in.
Damn. What a fucked up thing. I hope we learn like exactly what went down then, because they know. I kind of hope Trump like puts all that shit out there. He said he would, but he said that last time too, I think. So who knows?
Well, and then imagine this, like Lyndon B. Johnson, who obviously took over as president. You have that like iconic airplane image of him like being sworn in on the plane with her standing next to him in the dress she was wearing when his brains got blown into it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So like when she went on the airplane, he was laying down. I think he was laying down on the bed on like Air Force One.
JFK was?
No, Lyndon B. Johnson, who wasn't even president yet, was like laying down on the bed, and there was like a white dress that they wanted her to change into. for like the swearing in ceremony on the airplane 2 hours after her husband died.
That's fucking wild.
I'm like, and they needed her to kind of be present because like optics, from the optic
Some
perspective,
stability and all that.
they needed like her support.
Dude, it's so
Isn't that
wild.
so weird?
It's just
so
so
weird,
weird, dude. It's all fucking fake. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Joe.
I was gonna say Joe's not here, so we can talk.
We can
Is he
talk
here?
so much shit. No, but fuck Joe, who didn't think this was coming, which it didn't actually happen. But we were making bets. Is somebody gonna die from Pumped Out Fun this year? I think that was the bet. Is somebody gonna die on the platform? It didn't happen, I don't think, but we did get a token out here called Goodbye, and the dude says, like, it's titled "Killing Myself at $1 million market cap." So my name is Josh Herrera. I will be killing myself on live stream at $1 million market cap. The live stream starts at 2 a.m. Eastern time. I'm sorry, family. Like, one of these is gonna be real. It's gonna be like, when it hits that, I'm gonna do it, and the money goes to my kid or something. Like, it's gonna happen. Someone's gonna kill themselves on Pumped Out Fun. It's gonna happen.
Did he hit $1 million?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean that might be why.
But like, people saw he held like such a huge chunk of the supply, so like definitely a rug. You know what I mean? Like, definitely wasn't. Yeah, definitely more of a rug. But like, it's gonna happen. Like, whether it's this, I think the bet was, does it happen this year or this cycle or whatever? Like, it doesn't matter when. It's just like it's pretty much a given. It's gonna happen.
Okay,
so fucked up,
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to, but I wasn't thinking of it from like this perspective. I was thinking of it as like, is someone gonna like do a stunt that's gonna go too far? My brain wasn't even thinking like, will someone just do hey, I'll off myself at a certain market cap? But you know what? I think you're totally right. If people will light themselves on fire for a cause halfway around the world for no money, why wouldn't someone do it for like? I don't want to say from Providence,
dude. Yeah.
Providence, and that should be the token. Providence.
It's just gotta happen. It's like, if it's an accident, if it's on purpose, no matter what, one way or another, it's just gonna happen. Like, there's so many fucking weirdos out there. Somebody will do it just to make the news, but it's like, it could get even worse. Like, someone may kill someone, for it too. It's like, there's so many fucked up scenarios, and I just don't see how one of them doesn't happen. Like, one of them,
or maybe. Yeah, maybe it's a scenario of like, I'm going to take a hostage and I will kill them if it doesn't hit this market cap.
Dude,
and then it doesn't. So then the next time around, they actually get their bags pumped. Like, they're going to have like an example first, right?
You know what's
like,
funny, man?
Oh, yeah.
This actually pumped since this morning. I thought it was like dead, like just it's over, but it pumped since I sent you the link this morning.
What's it at?
I can't even tell with this. Like, I can't tell market cap and stuff. I'm not quite sure. Will TradingView show? I'm not sure, but it I mean, people are still buying it. Will this show me the market cap here? I don't know, but tokens up right now.
Nice.
I love it, dude. I love this fucking timeline, man. I like, it's my favorite. It's my fucking favorite.
Oh, you're weird like that.
Yeah, who wouldn't love that? You don't think that's fucking awesome?
I mean, I guess there's an entertainment value to it.
Boom.
Unlike Joe, who takes things a little bit too seriously. I'm like in between you guys.
Like, I'm not retarded. I don't want somebody to die, but the fact that it's going to happen and there's nothing I can do about it, and it's more like just zooming out and just appreciating how ridiculous this shit is. It's that. That's all it is. I don't want anybody to get hurt.
Well, but, and it's sort of like being able to say like you were here for it, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, I was there. Couldn't do anything, but like, I remember it. It'll be, I don't want to say the good old days. Mm-hmm. It'll be the Wild West of crypto, 5-10 years from now.
Yeah, dude, fucking absolutely. Money get moved around. Marty Party, I like this account. I started following him recently, but $1 billion fucking dollars in USDT minted. Yeah, someone buying a whole bunch of fucking Tether, getting ready to load up on something, I hope.
Ooh.
There's some money coming in, man.
$1 billion worth. Wow.
$1 billion fucking dollars worth. Got some big buys coming, maybe. And then Vivek. Do I say his name right?
Vivek Ramaswamy?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a little tweet this morning, too. Rumors that some central banks are buying Bitcoin And you aren't. I love that he's talking like us, dude. You aren't prepared for what's coming. That's awesome. Hang on, let me play.
What would be awesome is if these guys would start posting their wallets and that they were buying, like Trump, like aping into like,
oh, dude,
$30 million worth of Bitcoin.
All right, do you feel like that's a matter of time?
Yeah, it seems like it should happen, right? Like one of these guys like aping into some shit coins.
Like if he did, imagine the pump in whatever he buys. It's gonna get silly. This is gonna be the silliest fucking season we've ever fucking had. Okay, hang on,
dude. It's surreal. Yeah, I'll let you play this then.
Well, let's check. I want to check Beanie's post. I think Edge just said check Beanie's new post. Okay, there's actually a good amount of people on crypto Twitter that think insider trading, undisclosed paid promos, and market manipulation are simply competitive advantages. This time isn't different, and cheating is always cheating in any market. Some of you are going to learn some tough lessons. Yeah.
Thanks, Beanie.
Thank you,
Thought
Beanie.
Beanie was going to go away.
I hope he never goes away. Is he talking like Ansem and like all that shit? Because that stuff's getting, again, so obnoxious. But man,
yeah, he said he needed. Didn't Beanie say he needed a break? Udi said he needed a break. I think Ansem did. Ansem say he needed a break. I mean, we all need a break. Remember.
Yeah, well, they should all take a break. But yeah, I'm not digging the Ansem character. I didn't even know of Ansem till a few months back. I'm not digging that guy. I don't know that he's a bad dude either, but I don't think he's like some principled guy who's trying to do the right thing either. I think he knows exactly what he's doing, man. Like, let me pull up some of his tweets. Yeah. Like these guys aren't dummies. Maybe that's the point. They're not dumb. It's not just going with the flow, having fun, giving people platforms because they're, because it's good for them. Like they know what they're doing, and they're making a lot of money because of it, for fucking sure. Where does Ansem live? Is he here in the States?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Am I right that he was a boxer, or he is a boxer?
I don't think. Or
is that all BS?
That probably comes from when they had the crypto celeb boxing matches. He got his ass kicked. I don't think he's a boxer.
That's why he didn't.
Could be wrong. Okay.
Yeah, the clips I saw did look polished.
Yeah. He's just a dude. He's young too, dude. I think he's like 19 or something. What's this? What do we got, Mr. Trump saying here? I will end. Oh, let's play it.
Well, I will end Joe Biden's war on crypto, and we will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in America. We're going to keep it right here, and a lot of it's going to be done right here in Florida. Right?
I mean, I hate this fucker, but I love that, man. I love that. Dude, I like Kook Capital. I like that dude a lot. There's a difference there. Kook feels like a real, I like when the guys get that fuck you money and they just don't care and they're just going to keep it real, like be really fucking real. Kook Capital is that. Like he seems like a little scumbag too, but we're going to make the rest of Bitcoin in America. Like he's fucking crazy, but dude, I do think crypto's enough that could carry this man, could put him right over, could put him right fucking over and win this election just because of crypto, depending on how hard he leans into it. And he's leaning into it pretty damn hard.
What's surreal about it is that, you were talking about this like well over a year ago, but let's just even say a year ago. And you're like, do you think it could be enough? I've said this before. Like you're like, do you think it could be enough to make a difference in the election? Like there's literally no way. There's so few people in it. And it seriously couldn't be a campaign issue. And it's front and center, dude. It's like the only policy stuff I've heard from him, other than yesterday, him talking to some CEOs about reducing the corporate tax rate from like 21% to 20%.
Right.
It's crypto. It's like the only thing I hear.
Well, there were a bunch of CEOs who he was saying that in front of a bunch of like top CEOs in the country, and they're like, "How did you come to that number, 20?" And he's like,
"It's a round number.
It's a round number." He's a retard.
He's like, "I don't know. It just sounds good."
Oh, I love it.
Just sounds like a good number. Yeah. Yep. No, it's awesome to see that it's front and center, though. Honestly,
dude, it really fucking is. Here's Kook Capital, and he's kind of mirroring or echoing some stuff like Becker is saying, and I like those are guys I like. I think those guys are just like really keeping it real. So thinking that the bottom's kind of in, like sentiment wise, everybody's talking like it's fucking over, and it's been this way for a couple weeks now. But man, I'm thinking of what I got and where to be able to buy some alts and some meme coins and stuff. It definitely feels very bottomish.
I mean,
And if we got more
what does?
bottom to find, then I don't think it's much more. I don't know, man.
Wait, but when people think it's over, are they talking illiquid JPEGs or are they talking? I mean, Bitcoin's
Crypto.
at what, 66,000?
That's what doesn't make sense. It's the sentiment out there doesn't match the price, and that's what's got me so excited about how high this next run goes. And it matches, the halving chart Joe was showing, a month or two ago, where it really starts ripping, months later, like even like 8 months later. I can't remember the exact time frame, but sentiment being what it is when crypto is honestly barely down and honestly up big in the past months, it doesn't make sense. It makes me think that when we move up and sentiment kind of catches back up to reality, we get some silly times again, like extra silly times. Okay, I need it, dude. I need the silly times again.
Yeah, no, it is a really weird sentiment considering, like, what did he say?
It's just funny. He's talking about Trump. He pawns Bibles with the Constitution and Declaration of Independence printed in them. It's like there's no bigger grifter. There's no fucking bigger grifter in the world than Trump. By the way, we got a Father's Day email from him from Collect Trump Cards with the shoes again. I like the shoes, dude. I really fucking love the shoes. You've seen them, right? The gold shoes.
Yeah.
The two other ones, the white shoes and the red shoes.
No.
Oh,
Are those available to buy?
Yes. And they're fucking amazing, dude. Hang on. Let me pull these up. They're amazing.
Only on secondary, or have they not launched?
No, you can buy them right on his site. Okay, here we go. Actually, these are a little different. I think this is a new line because the other ones I saw were high tops, I think.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know if you can see the screen. The gold one's sold out,
yeah,
but check these out.
I'm
But there was another version that was high tops like the gold ones, but same general look, like they were red and white. Loved them. And then he's got Trump cologne and perfume, victory cologne. Funny enough, too, random as hell, but just like kids, like my son's 17, super into pickleball. Dude, all the boys are like super into cologne right now. Like it's
really
so, dude, they collect cologne. They'll drop like $200 on a bottle of cologne. Dude, it's
where they
like
getting $200 from?
I mean, Jacob works, but
Oh,
and somebody
nice.
stole it. He brought it to school to brag and show it off, and somebody stole it out of his bag at gym class. Like, stupid.
No, I guess that makes sense. The girls are into like perfumes and good God, dude.
So, like, dude, it's like Sephora and these makeup companies.
Yeah.
Like, they're now catering to guys. So they it's so wild seeing it. Like, they pay like TikTok, like men, like male influencers to like promote
Betas.
cologne. And then, but then everybody, like my son and all his buddies, they just see the influencers talk about cologne. Now they're all fucking going apeshit over colognes. It's so crazy. Yeah, dude, it's a crazy teen thing. They're like, cologne is the new. I'm trying to think when we were like back in high school, what was the thing that like everyone was into? I can't think anything.
Janko jeans.
So it was more
and
fashion
chain
and stuff.
wallets.
Yeah, chain wallets were awesome. Dude.
You know what? Yeah, do you remember Jankos?
Yeah, I never had a pair, but
Janko,
I remember
yeah.
I hated them. Those
Oh.
huge ass baggy pants.
Oh, I remember. I got a pair. I was
So
Yeah.
fucking cool.
yeah. I had a pair of black ones.
Damn.
Yeah, they were super cool, man. Super cool. I don't know. I feel like we didn't have the money to be into anything cool anyway. So
That's fair.
unless we stole it or something.
Yeah.
I
Random,
don't know what
but
the
Charles
rich kids
Barkley's
were into.
retiring, man. I don't know if you saw
From
that.
like NBA, from like what is he on?
From
NBA
TV.
Countdown or
Yeah, like he's on TNT. I don't remember what it is exactly, but yeah, next year. So the next season will be his last season. Fucking Barkley's hilarious though. Celtics lost last night, dude. Bummer.
I like watching him and Shaq. I know,
Dude,
dude. I took a -1. I knew better. I put 200 on it, and I knew better. Like the Mavs had to have one game in them.
have to.
Have you watched any Stanley Cup?
None. No. Where are they at there? Z Cavaricci's, dude. I had a pair of those. I remember that.
Oh yeah. Panthers are up 3-0 on the Oilers, and like I'm not a diehard hockey fan at all, but like I've liked watching NBA the past like 3 seasons, and been like Buffalo's a big hockey town, so they talk hockey a lot up here with the Sabres. But I've been watching the Stanley Cup, and I'm like, man, like watching hockey is fun.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
it's a fun sport to watch.
Okay, they got game 4 tonight.
Anyway,
I'm looking for an excuse to eat some
it's worth
pizza.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch tonight.
Yeah.
Game 4.
Dude,
I've been in a sports mood. It's
watch. The Panthers are good.
I'm definitely watching. I'm thinking back to 2021 when it was going like really hard in this shit. Okay, I didn't watch TV. I didn't watch sports. I didn't watch movies. I didn't play video games. I didn't do anything. I didn't leave my computer, and I barely slept. I didn't do anything for like a year and a half other than like this stuff. And I'm not like that anymore, and it bums me out, right? Like, it bums me the fuck out that I'm like, I don't know, dude, not all in like I was. I don't know what that is either. I don't know what it is. Like, I want to be. I think I got to take this, like, back then I actually broke my Xbox because, like, I removed distractions, right? I was like, the only way I'm going to actually focus on this the way I need to is to eliminate that other stuff. So I literally took a hammer and smashed my Xbox. That way it wouldn't be an option. I wonder if I got to do that again because I hate it. I fucking hate that I'm not. Yeah.
Let me offer another perspective on it before you dump another Xbox into the room. I think, like, as you get more efficient with things and as you understand things better, which clearly you do now than you did then, I just think you are able to kind of like tune out some of the noise a little bit too. Like, you can probably accomplish now in half of the time what it took you to do back then. Because you just know, like, your brain probably just processes things much quicker. I don't need to know about this. It doesn't matter. If you care about it from the entertainment value, or you're just kind of like generally interested, but like if you're talking about the grind of making money, and you're like, okay, I know I'm going to lose out on a lot of these like soul shit coins as an example, but I'm going to be focused on this sector, ordinals, or playing, major caps. I just think you can do it a little bit more efficiently if you don't want to be in that 18-20 hour day grind of like, I don't want to miss anything. And I got, 18 tabs up on each screen, and I eat, sleep, and breathe it. Because, dude, I remember when we were in like the height of it, it was like, I don't want to say it was 3 to 6 weeks on and then like a few days off. It was like the burnout was real, right? Like it was hard to maintain that for like extended periods of time. You just be like, man, I'm done.
Dude,
I don't even care what the market is right now. I'm
heavy
just like,
feeling and just be like actually like upset about shit. You know what I mean? Like like that kind of burnout fucking sucks.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like, maybe I'm being more efficient, but I'm still putting in 12, 15 hour days, and it's like, I'm not learning anything new, and I know there's stuff to learn still, and probably specifically the Solana ecosystem, and probably specifically the meme coin stuff. And I'm getting mad at myself for not going full throttle into that. But maybe it's just that 3 years in at this point, fuck, it's even been longer. But that much time, I think there is some burnout there where it's like, I just don't know. Like that takes a lot of time and energy to like maintain that year or whatever. That like it fucked up my health going that hard at stuff. Maybe that's a big part of it. It's like I don't think you can just turn that on and do it because it affects you. Like there's kind of like a cost to that.
12 hours a day, I think, is like I say normal for like a full timer. But during those times, it was like you were saying, like 18-20 hours. Not to mention, I know there were days on end where you just straight up did not go to sleep and you were scrolling like avatars until your eyes were like, I don't know what kind of damage you did.
Oh, dude, I remember I was telling you I couldn't make my eyes focus. I had like a week, at least a week stretch where I couldn't see right. Like I couldn't see right because I was so close to my computer, like scrolling. So when I got off it and I was like going out with the fam, I couldn't see. Like I could not focus on stuff at all. It's weird. But yeah, I guess I'm frustrated that beyond the 12 hours or 13, whatever it ends up being, that I don't have that little extra in me to go 16, 17, 18 hours. You know what I mean? Like I don't have it in me now, which it's frustrating. I feel like I'm leaving stuff on the table.
Yeah, you probably are, but also it's just not sustainable. It's why like closing pitchers like pitch an inning, maybe 2 max.
Yeah.
Because they can do it every day, but like if they were to go 3-4 innings a day, like they're not pitching the next day. I look at like Coco, who had like massive burnout 7+ years in crypto, and it just takes a toll. And I think he was grinding the way that you were grinding, like 20+ hours a day. Let's just say let's just say realistically 18 to 20 hours a day. And you do that for years and it's intolerable. To me, I'm like, I wait a couple hours in the morning before I start doing the Discord thing. That's about the only I say limits I put, but I don't want to say I don't care as much. These are the times I think when things are down a little bit, down, air quoting down, when it's a little bit boring, I think these are the times where you can take advantage of, like you said, like, I just want to watch some sports and eat pizza.
Yeah.
Instead of, because you can't dude, you can't even get yourself to try to do it in the middle of the mania.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point.
Like in the middle of the mania, there's nothing you can do to even pull yourself from it. Doesn't matter what's going on. Your wife could be giving birth and you're like, nah, I still got to,
can't
I
do
got
it,
my
bro.
phone on me.
Yep.
Yeah. Just, you can't pull yourself. So I think it's okay to give yourself a little sports time.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm not okay with it, but hop out of one thing and go to the next, and you feel like you're missing harder on. Yeah, dude, fucking spot on, Musty. I mean, really.
But dude, you should really get into the NFL this year.
Yeah, dude, I can't fucking picture it. Maybe. I mean, why?
You. It's fun, dude. It's like
getting to fantasy sports and
join like the Kong's fantasy league. It like is a way to kind of like stay engaged, but like, you know, basketball, baseball, hockey, they've got seasons with, you know, tons and tons of games. You know, the NFL, it's just easier to follow. There's less games. It's a ton of fun, dude. I think that I don't know. You like the NFL, or you like?
I used to. Yeah, I mean, I used to for sure. You know what? To me, like the whole shiny production shit just turns me off. Like it doesn't. It just like it lost me a while ago. And part of it too is just having to like understand it again. Like the play, like when I used to follow it, which at this point is years ago. Like none of the players I liked are in the league anymore. It's all new. It's probably fucking awesome, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
You should come back a Bills fan this year.
That'd be cool.
Come back a Bills fan.
That'd be cool. Yeah, maybe having people to root with would be kind of cool. By the way, I'm looking at some.
Just try them.
I'll try. I think every year I say I'm going to try, and it's just I'm out quick. I'm looking through some Polygon collections here. By the way, yeah, check this out. I think I'm making some connections. OX6E4. OX. Yeah, Polygon's got a problem with Beans. Bino, I hope you're here. I don't think you are, but I hope you are, because we've been talking about money laundering. It's fucking like next level on Polygon, man. Next fucking level. There's 2 Polygon collections here, Sunny Girl and SK Girl. Dude, in fact, I think the top 3 collections here are basically all money laundering and wash trading. Sunny Girl and SK Girl, 2 separate collections on Polygon. Both of them doing $750,000 in volume, and I look at them, and it's a whole bunch of trading back and forth between the two like wallets that are buying and selling on the other collection, right? It's the same person in both collections. I don't fucking get it. Got to blow these away, but Polygon just attracts that stuff for some reason. It's the low fees, right? It's got to be like low fees over there.
Yeah, like what is the floor price on those things?
Like, well, that's what's interesting. Most of the sales are like $1 or less, but then you get this huge run of $7,500, and it's just like non-fucking stop. Yeah, so they go from 1 Matic, so 72 cents, and then all of a sudden every sale rips up to 7,500. It's all fake.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I was looking at it. I'm looking at the buyer and seller addresses, and I'm not seeing passing back and forth. But then when I switch to the other collection is where I start noticing the same addresses in there. So clearly some fuckery with these couple collections. Going to blow those away. But yeah, checking who's moving, like what's going on in the market. Really low volume, by the way. Really fucking low volume. Nothing standing out. Like the first like legit collection on the rankings is Mochaverse, just over 500,000 in volume, so not much. Mochaverse, Puppets, Punks, OMB. It's just, dude, it's fucking dead out there.
Yeah.
I dig it. CryptoPunk sales. Definitely been noticing an uptick in that, by the way. Like, definitely noticing an uptick in Punk sales. Dude, volume's so low that a Quantum Cat selling at floor price is like in the top 20 sales. That's Yeah, that's how low shit is. Not that quantum cats are cheap, man. I mean, that's fucking crazy. Floor prices of quantum cats are still like almost 18 grand. I love it.
What
dude.
is that, like point two something?
Yeah, 0.26 is that sale. But yeah, it's so fucking dead out there. Again, I dig it. You got no audio, Kool-Aid. You guys hear us, right? I think Kool-Aid, nobody, I think it might be you, but curious from you guys, from the others watching. Oh, shit. Okay, Musty said volume down. I thought he was talking about us. But no, he's talking about sales. Yeah, okay. All right. Kool-Aid, they hear us. I think that's a YP. Good morning, Dan. GM, sir, love that. Love your Bitcoin shroom, man. That's fucking awesome.
Well, I saw one of those sold, for Bitcoin or something like that the other day. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, it was a big one. And Choina, yes. So those sales in particular are not triggering that wash trade filter because they're not technically getting passed back and forth, right? They're just like, I don't know if they're primary sales or what exactly. If these were going back and forth, right, same wallet picking up the same asset over the course of, a certain time frame, they would definitely get flagged. But that's why I call these kind of things, I think this is more money laundering than it is wash trading. And we don't have like a money laundering filter because, again, those is usually, more often than not, it's a one-way movement on the asset. So, yeah, if they were wash trading, it would definitely get flagged and pulled. I like seeing it, though. It's like part of me wants a filter on the site that allows everything, including wash trading, because, like, I want to see the chaos of the market, and then I would love to see what's the real deal sales, like what's the real deal collecting going on. I would love, just like we got this hide fungible tokens filter, I want to have full, like, a degen filter. You toggle that off or on, either way, and you see wash trades and you see money laundering, you see everything happening on chain with no filter. You just fucking everything. And then you hit that filter and it filters out the wash trades and the money laundering, and you just see what we classify as real sales. I would love that. So, fun shit though. Dude, it's wild out there. What's a proto shroom? Was that like a test one? Like one of the very, very early ones, like a sub 100 inscription or something in English? Dude, there's rate cuts coming this year, I think, right? But we're not going to get it as soon as we were hoping. Oh, shit, guys. There's some ETH ETF updates. And it's sounding like they're coming very soon, like coming within maybe 2-ish weeks here. Let me find the tweets. But that'd be awesome, right? Nice little injection of hopefully of some fun, some liquidity here. Unless it turns into exactly what happened with Bitcoin, where it's still like we get that pump, but then things are very stable after that.
I think it's priced in, dude. I really do.
Really? At 35?
I mean, we ran from mid twos, give or take. I might be wrong on that. Maybe it was upper twos up to the 37, 38, 3900 range on the ETF news. I think everyone knows it's going to be approved. I think it's mostly priced in. I think it's just like Bitcoin. That's just my own take. Like,
but Bitcoin we didn't hit an all-time high, did we? We touched it basically, right? We got to like 72.
We got close. Yeah, I don't think we technically.
I think we hit an
did we go
all-time high.
73? Yeah, we got close to 74, right?
Yeah, I think we hit an all-time high in that little phase, that first holy shit thing that came like weeks after ETS, right? Maybe even a month or so, maybe even 2. But we definitely hit an all-time high. But dude, for ETH, we're nowhere close to all-time high. But I feel like we'll hit that at least with the extra volume coming in. I would hope, which is what, like 47?
40, yeah, I think all-time high is right around there, 45.
Yeah, I would
40.
Dude, I would like to hope that we would touch that and maybe hit a new all-time high. Like, I would like to hope that this summer or early fall we're at like 5K. So I think it's priced into to a degree, but I'd be shocked if we don't touch or hit all-time high. But I could see it playing out that way too, though. I could totally see us not. Hoping, man. Absolutely fucking hoping. Here's a little thread, by the way. Sexy Red in the space now, right? And I think she's been around at least chatting about crypto and stuff for a few weeks at least, but Jesus, dude, so much more talk. Like, again, these conversations are so fucking draining. They are. and I barely even see him. But Andrew Tate and some Sexy Red, just all this back and forth. Jesus Christ. It's pretty fucking obnoxious. And I cannot fucking believe it, but Art Girl still has the best take. I think we showed it yesterday, right? Her take was like, if you guys are coming in, the real way to do it, the right way to do it is buy our bags. Or buy the shit we're buying, right? All the same thing, right? Come in if you actually are here to like learn and be a part of the space. Like, do what we're doing. Don't just come in and sell your shit and dump on us. Like, buy the stuff we're buying. Like, get in the community. So,
Well,
I wish
that's
they'd do
not
that.
why they're coming in.
Yeah,
No,
they're
these-
coming in to make money.
yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah. These are all opportunists. It goes for the most part against like what they're like. That's not how these people are built, right? They're if you're from the influencer sphere, it's all about taking advantage of every opportunity. It's not about like whatever giving back there is not really giving back. So
Yeah.
it's like asking a tiger to change its stripes. It's just not part of what they do.
Dude, that Marty Party guy tweeted out just an hour ago, like retweeting Vivek's tweet about these central banks buying Bitcoin. Interesting. Yeah, a little more chat about that. So Michael Saylor's now predicting 8 million Bitcoin, $8 million Bitcoin. It's getting spicy. Does he put out those kind of predictions literally to pump Bitcoin, so we can get a few X's out of his investments, right? Because he's buying a whole bunch more Bitcoin. Like, does he really think Bitcoin's going to 8 mil? Or, again, is that just putting out targets for people to get them to FOMO in? And his real target's more like 500 or a million or something.
I mean, can you even imagine 1 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, definitely. Well, it's like we were talking this morning, just like super casual, but like there are something like 56 million millionaires in the world. There's like 23 million millionaires in the United States. And you brought up a good point. Is that liquid? Is that assets? Either way, right? I think more and more millionaires, like kind of exponential, like everything else happening in the world. Just so many more millionaires are going to be minted here over the next many years. But it's like, man, that many millionaires and there's still just 21 million Bitcoin. And as that becomes this asset that countries are using as their currency, that that some people want us to use as our, like, to base our money on, there's only 21 million. It's not a lot. It's not a lot at all, man. I definitely see this scenario of Bitcoin at 1 million, I would have never thought Bitcoin at 8 million, but even Saylor saying it once at least puts it in my head where I'm like, maybe I see it. Like, I don't know, it's out there, but
it's weird because I try to think of like, what does that put the market cap at? It's 21 million, 21 billion, 21 trillion. Does that put it at 21 trillion? 21 million times a million, 21 trillion?
that would put
Or
it
is
at,
it
I would do
million?
I would do 21 million times 8 million, right?
Oh, I meant at 1 million.
Oh, at 1 million, got it. Okay.
So you take it 21 million, you're adding on 6 more zeros. So million, billion, trillion. It put it at 21 trillion, right?
Yeah, and
gotta
I've
be
seen
it.
people predicting that it's going to be that we're going to see a 100 trillion market cap in Bitcoin.
Dude, that'd
So-
be crazy.
It's like
That'd
it just feels like the whole world is changing. It just feels like our fundamentals. You know what I mean? Like our fucking base layer, like what everything is based on. Everything going digital, like that Bitcoin is that thing. I see it, dude. I see it.
Wait,
15 years
in
out,
what-
20 years out.
I
something
was
like
going to
that.
say, what kind of time frame?
It's out there a bit, but anything that happens like COVID sped things up, right? Like it sped up like
Yep.
technical innovation. It sped up people like adopting internet kind of culture, but also like internet tool, all this shit, all this stuff. AI and quantum computing are here and here in a big way right around the corner. Everything is going to be speeding up. So it's like time frame I see 15, 20 years out, but also like all this stuff could happen way faster than I think most of us are thinking. It could be 10 years. I think it's hard to even guesstimate because of AI, because of all that stuff, right? I would say within 20 years, which is cool. Like we'll all be so old we can't enjoy it.
How hard would it be to not sell at like 500K Bitcoin?
Oh, dude, it would be real hard. Yeah, it'd be really hard. I don't think I would, though.
250K Bitcoin.
Yeah. That'd be, but you know, once it hits, okay, 250K would be tricky. Once it hits 500 is where I maybe start leaning more towards, I mean, at that point, I'm like, it's going to 1 million. Why would I sell now? You know what I mean? Like getting greedy and getting stuck in that trap. I don't know, man. It's going to be really hard. I really do believe it can get to 1 mil. I think for me, it would be I sell when it's like actually life-changing. 250 wouldn't be life-changing. It would be incredibly fucking helpful. But to me, it wouldn't be life-changing. I can't say 1 million is either, really. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know.
I would say a million is, to me. Like, to me, that would be
gives you
like,
some comfort, right?
yeah, very much so. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. So Bitcoin at gold market cap is 750,000. And there's just so, again, is it like our influencers? Is it people just talking to talk? But so many people thinking that Bitcoin is going to be worth more than what was the comment yesterday? Bitcoin is exponential gold. I love it.
Yeah, the thing is, we watched that one video. I think we watched it on the Daily Show, where the guy that was in his living room just like looked like a dad, like a smart dad that like is.
Oh, right.
I think he was a financial advisor or something, and he was just talking about the difference between Bitcoin and gold, where like gold is, I mean, how many mines are filled with more gold, right? Like they can just keep getting more and more and more of it. Like the supply is, it's not infinite, but it's certainly, we have no idea what the total supply is.
Right.
He's like, there's nothing
plus we're gonna
on
go
this planet
mining
that's
asteroids
ever been like
with
Bitcoin.
Yep. Dude, that's exactly it. It is capped. Oh, somebody made a really funny point too. It's going to be funny when we start seeing like banks, any institution that can hold Bitcoin, and when they start reporting their holdings, and all of a sudden you're like, that doesn't add up. You can't possibly, because we know the supply, because it is a capped supply. It's like someone's going to report that they've got, you know, X number of Bitcoin. You're like, that's literally impossible. Like that kind of supply doesn't exist. The kind of market manipulation that's going to come into the Bitcoin market is going to be wild. And that's part of that story that gets Bitcoin over 1 million, gets Bitcoin possibly over a few million, right? It's people gamifying the market. People like, you know, like these squeezes, all kinds of like just fuckery in the market. It's going to happen to Bitcoin, and we're going to see it go like parabolic.
Was it the other day when you showed the video of Hillary Clinton talking about how destabilizing, you know, and when you break it down and you think of it and you're like, wait, let me get this straight. This public ledger, the thing that basically is, I say like always truthful, that anybody can look into, with a finite supply that can't be manipulated. I mean, it can be, but not nearly to the degree that like, the U.S. central bank manipulates, or the way that our treasury manipulates by just printing endlessly and diluting whenever they want. You're like, this is the thing that's destabilizing versus the thing that you already do.
Right.
The problem is nobody understands that. You know, like 99%, maybe it's not 99%, but I would say it's well over 90% of people don't understand that. And so they still look at like digital assets as being a highly speculative asset class, and that they don't understand the manipulation that goes on by world governments versus like, we'll just say Bitcoin, where like, no, you can like, even Ethereum, you can know the supply. You can know every transaction that's pretty much ever taken place. It's all on chain. You might not know who it goes to. You might not know what it's for. There's money laundering involved. There's illicit stuff involved. By the way, the exact same standards applied to fiat, probably times 10. So it's like, it's weird that that's the destabilizing thing to a politician.
It's absolutely fucking bonkers. Here's that video, by the way, and it's just wild to think. Okay, go bringing it full circle back to the JFK stuff. The fact that we want these morally bankrupt people to be the ones in charge of this system that is got literally no rules. Like it's no rules. They do what they want when they want to fix things to their liking. And we know what they like. They're fucked up people. Like, that is the thing we're worried about undermining. Get the fuck out of here.
And then one more area that I hope nation states start paying greater attention to is the rise of cryptocurrency. Because what looks like a very interesting and somewhat exotic effort to literally mine new coins in order to trade with them has the potential for undermining currencies, for undermining the role of the dollar as the reserve currency, for destabilizing nations, perhaps starting with small ones, but going much larger. So when we think about this new environment in which we find ourselves that we've been discussing for the last some minutes, we can't just think about nation states. And then
Like, good, right? Good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what we need. And that's it's what's coming. It is exactly what is coming. I really love here in the States now having like Cynthia, what's her name? Cynthia Loomis?
Loomer?
Yeah,
Loomis, yeah.
I love it.
Loomis.
I love hearing from people now, and like Vivek, and less Trump, but still maybe he's on the right path. I love hearing from people who I think seem to get it. Not quite because they're opportunists, although I think there's a little something there, but because they actually see it as a path out. They see it as like a major step in the right direction. And I don't think it has to be anything more than that. I don't think they need to have the solution yet. I think they just need to have like the wisdom to see it as the way forward. And again, the way out of this completely broken system, completely broken. So the fact that we have people that have that kind of vision, I've mentioned recently, I've felt more patriotic than I have in a long, long time because of that. Because we got people who are, I think, see what we're seeing.
It's weird. You never hear someone make such an eloquent, like you wouldn't hear Hillary Clinton make such an eloquent statement about how they're going to stop printing money and get us out of, $30 trillion in debt. You don't hear like this, like mastermind idea, like for as bad as this is to her, right? And the undermining of nation states and, all that shit that she just spewed. You don't hear like laying out a comprehensive plan of how we like maybe just for starters get out of debt and could maybe function as a corporation per se that like brings in more than they spend. You don't hear any of that. It's just don't worry about the thing that we've been doing that doesn't work. Let me tell you why this thing's so bad. I'm going to hop off for a second. I want to find a really funny video that kind of like shows how inept these people are, but I can't do a lot. So yeah, yep. I'll come right back.
Yep. Awesome. Dude, very, very fucking bad take by her. But again, it's them looking to preserve their way of life. And I don't know if these people actually look at themselves and see what they are. I don't know if they actually see themselves as these, again, super corrupt, fucked up people. I don't know if they see themselves as that. Or I don't know. I think they actually think they are like this hero character, and I absolutely think they think they're better than other people, and they are the right people to steer us. And they're losing us. I don't think many people believe that anymore, which is awesome. At least here, I bet nobody here believes that they are the right people. Choina, that's a great point. Greed is blinding, and man, that's a word I got to use more when talking about these people, because that's most of what it is. It is greed. It's greed over money and power. It's all of that stuff combined, and man, they're awful people. And man, I know for fucking sure that they hate us, right? I don't say that it's just empty words. I know they hate us. And if you ever like have to deal with the government for anything, man, what's the right way to even put this? If you ever have to go head to head against them, legal reasons, whatever, right? You start to realize that's where you really start to see that they don't just like not give a shit about you. It's not just that, right? It's not just that they don't give a shit. It's that they actually, it feels very designed to hurt you, to hold you back, to fuck you over. It's so weird. It's so fucking bizarre. And that all comes from experience, not personal, but from people very, very close who are dealing with them and just seeing it's like, man, they're not looking out for you. The government is not here to protect you like they say. Not even that they should be, but they're not looking to protect you. They are absolutely looking to protect them. They're looking to protect them and their way of life and their system. And there's nothing more than that. It does not go any deeper than that. All right, welcome back.
Yeah, okay. I messaged you on Discord.
Oh, cool.
This video. It talks about like, why do we borrow money if we can just print it? Like, we can just print more money.
Oh, dude, I saw this. This is amazing.
You see this, right?
Yeah, it's fucking amazing.
And the thing is, I don't know whether this is like a, I don't think it's AI. I don't think it's a spoof video. I thought it was pretty real. Yeah.
Yeah, this is real. Okay. Dude, my cat's so fucking funny. My cat like literally grabs my arm and like pulls it down to his face, like, and he just won't stop. All right, here we go. This is okay. So Biden's economic advisor explains how money works, and he doesn't know. He literally doesn't know.
The U.S. government can't go bankrupt because we can print our own money.
It obviously begs the question, why exactly are we borrowing in a currency that we print ourselves? I'm waiting for someone to stand up and say, why do we borrow our own currency in the first place?
Like you said, they print the dollar. So why does the government even borrow?
Well, again, some of this stuff gets, some of the language that some of the language and concepts are just confusing. I mean, the government definitely prints money, and it definitely lends that money, which is why the government definitely prints money, and then it lends that money by selling bonds. Is that what they do? They sell bonds. Yeah, they sell bonds, right? Because they sell bonds and people buy the bonds and lend them the money. Yeah, so a lot of times, at least to my ear with MMT, the language and the concepts can be kind of unnecessarily confusing, but there is no question that the government prints money and then it uses that money to, yeah, I guess I'm just, I can't really talk, I don't get it. I don't know what they're talking about, like, because it's like, the government clearly prints money, it does it all the time, and it clearly borrows, otherwise we wouldn't be having this debt and deficit conversation. So I don't think there's anything confusing there.
There we go. Nothing confusing.
We should be concerned about Bitcoin because it can undermine that. Like God forbid it undermines that.
If that is in fact like completely real, like I've seen it. The first time I watched it, I was like, this almost seems fake, because it's just something that you would think somebody who understands the very basics. Like, I only understand the very, very basics of how like our currency works, like the very basics. But I know that we issue bonds, right? At least know that part. To hear somebody who's like struggling with the concept of like how that works, that's like part of, I think he's part of an advisory committee for for our central bank. I think he is. But yeah, it's crazy.
It's mad. It's fucking terrifying, and kind of to Hillary Clinton's point, and something we've said for a while, like, they're going to lose power over this, and they will not go down quietly. They won't. Like, this literally is something countries go to war over, and so there is a war being fought, just a different kind of war at a different level. But I don't think we've seen the extent. Like, we have not even reached the peak of that war. To me, it's just getting started. Interesting, too, I can't remember the name, but Biden just, well, he is appointing this, I forget her name, but again, trying to signal publicly that he's pro-crypto, because he has to now, with Trump just gaining so much support there, but then appointing people who are very anti-crypto into very important positions. This was an SEC position, like commissioner or some shit like that. There is a war brewing over crypto, and part of me worries about just how crazy that could get. But also part of that war is exactly the scenario. It's exactly the thing that does send Bitcoin to 1 million, and does send Bitcoin, if this is reality, does send Bitcoin to 8 million. You know what I mean? Like, that war is what makes that happen. It's that catalyst, like COVID was, that brings about like this insane change, and just, man, crazy shit coming. Trump closes gap on Biden with young voters. Interesting. For the first time in decades, young American voters are almost as likely to vote for a Republican presidential candidate as they are for a Democrat. Dude, something's changing here. Something's changing. I mean, things always swing, but...
Do you hear anything like amongst your kids? Like, Madeline will vote this year. She'll be able to vote. I'm just kind of curious what the pulse is on the youngins.
Well, I know like Jacob and all his buddies like Trump, and they have for a while, because like teenage boys, testosterone, playing video games, shit talking over COVID times and stuff, right? Like, Trump was right up their alley. And it was kind of gross too. It was like kind of like kind of worrisome, right? Because they were into like the worst part of the Trump shtick.
Yeah. And they don't know what they're talking about half the time.
They don't. So that part's worrisome, and I always get that that's like a dangerous side of Trump. But with that said, I'm more curious about my girls, 12 and 13 years old, like what they might think about it. And like my middle one, 13, she'll be 14 in a few months, like starting to think about this stuff a little more. She was like curious that she can vote in the next election, not this one, but next one she'll be able to vote. I'm really curious what way they're leaning too. I don't know, but something's changing. Something's really changing.
I don't. It's funny. I don't know with Madeline like where she stands on that. Like,
where would you guess?
I guess if I had to guess, I would guess Biden if I was guessing, but I might be wrong. I don't know. Hey, does Madeline like Trump or Biden? Do you have any idea? Okay. Yeah, I think it's a. Yeah. I don't think, dude, my kids don't really talk politics.
Yeah.
At all.
Maybe that's a good thing.
I don't think they care. I think it's like Nora just said, I don't like Biden, but like, what does she know? She's
right.
12. I mean, I don't want to say what does she know, but you know what I mean.
Well, that's kind of cool. That's what I'm wondering though. Like even kids who just casually talk about it at school, you know what I mean? Like who is like super surface level? Who's the cringe one? Who's like the, okay one? You know what I mean? Like that's the part I'm curious about that. I am curious with kids, like who's the one that's just like the fucking, that they look at as like out of touch and cringe and all that. She said, didn't he make things more expensive? Who, Biden? Yeah. That's funny.
Plus, like, I would say in our house, like, we're kind of split. Plus, also, like, Nikki and I don't really talk. Like, we don't talk politics. And it's not that we're afraid to. We just know it's not a huge conversation in the house. I think the kids would assume she's Biden, I'm Trump. And that, like, I don't say we don't really care. I only care now because of the crypto part.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If it wasn't for crypto, I'd be like, nothing to make a difference anymore.
Yep. I'm with you there. Oh, say that again, Henry?
No, I was going to say, like, this would be an election I contemplated, like, not voting in, just because, like, I'm just over all of it. And also, I would vote for Trump because of crypto state. I think 0 chance of carrying state. Almost seems like a waste anyway. A waste of my gas to go to the polling station. I don't know.
Funny, dude. Yeah, I don't know that I'm voting. I'm probably
right?
not.
You can't.
What's that?
You're in Illinois. Illinois is never going red.
It
right?
doesn't matter here.
Am I crazy?
Unless there's that big of a shift where. Go ahead. I think I'm kind of losing you.
Yeah, I might be in that spot or a spot. Do you have a Republican governor or you guys have a Democrat governor?
If it's who I'm thinking of, I think it's a Democrat. I got to check.
I'm not even sure. I like it. Do you care that little?
I used to be obsessed with it, and I stopped. Like I just think that little of it all. I'm pretty sure Democrat. Pretty sure. Yeah. Okay, it's who I was thinking. JB Pritzker.
Ooh, yeah, Pritzker.
Yeah. It's all fucked, all of it. Dude, I see. Part of me wishes I didn't have kids because I would like to move to like a crypto-friendly country and get the fuck out of here. Like to me, that's the dream.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
that's the dream. So anyway, we'll end on this. It is the ETH ETF stuff. Kind of touched on it before, but yeah, spot Ethereum ETF projected to launch by July 2nd. July 2nd. So literally in just over 2 weeks. ETH ETFs very likely to be trading. Could be cool, guys. Could be fucking cool.
Yeah, it's positive.
It all lines up with a lot of predictions that crypto, NFTs, and I still will fight about NFTs. I think they're going to rock this year, but that the run really starts. What we saw so far, nothing. Literally nothing. This is the very beginning, that the real run starts more towards the end of summer. I keep looking back to 2021, and it won't be an exact match, and I'm only looking at NFTs right now, but I think the same pattern's playing out, and that run really kicked off in July. I feel like we're looking at something very similar-ish. July, August, September, something like that, but something like this is coming. And you could apply that same to crypto, right? It kind of the same thing. This is coming, and we're here. We're here. And it literally is a mirror image of it, too. This is us right now. That is literally this. So buckle the fuck up. It's going to get fun. It's going to be a fun year. I'm really excited to be kind of like last time, dude. I'm just excited to be hanging with good people and getting to experience it and learn together and trade together and just be part of a fucking movement, because that is what this is. This is a pretty historic movement that's happening. Is there any way that Trump doesn't win? Dude, English, I think it's a coin flip. I absolutely think he may lose. I definitely do. I think there's a great chance he loses.
Yeah. I think there's a
I probably still
greater
lean
chance
towards
he
him
loses than he
losing.
wins.
Exactly. Yeah.
Same.
Yep.
Yeah, same. Like I see a path for him to win, but it's sort of like the Mavs right now. They're down 3-1. Game 5 coming up in Boston. It's possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible. I just
a good analogy, too.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. We'll fucking see. It's going to get wild. First debate's coming up in a few weeks, too, so that should be interesting. We'll see Biden all vitamined up and drugged up and, like, fucking locked in.
It's kind of fair to say, like, none of this really matters until probably, like, August or so, right? That's, like, you got the October surprises. There's just so much time between now and then on both sides. Like, that it's almost like it hasn't started yet. Like, the polling doesn't matter at all right now. I mean, we all know that.
By the way, Andy's here. Good to see you, brother. I'm trying to pull something up on the screen just for you. And then I'm definitely going to end this. Go play some Destiny. But, Andy, sometime you got to come up here and we should chat OpenAI, who just recently brought in... I'm trying to remember what position. I don't know if he's on the board or what, but Paul M. Nakasone? So he is, he's on their board of directors. He is a former, I wish I had a better tweet here to reference, but high-level NSA official, now on the board for OpenAI. Edward, let me find Edward Snowden's tweet.
Bro, I miss Andy chats.
Andy's the fucking best.
He messaged me the other day, and Andy, I'm sorry, dude. I unless I dreamed that you messaged me, which also wouldn't be totally, weird for that to happen. I don't think I messaged you back. I miss catching up with Andy, dude, because he's the type of, conspiracy theorist isn't the right word, because he's so smart that he reminds me of like a Joe Rogan guest. Somebody who somebody might think is a conspiracy theorist, but they're actually grounded in a lot of like facts that most people just don't know.
Yep.
Andy brings that. Andy brings that that wisdom to the table. I miss it.
Huh. Dude, Snowden's account is gold. Jesus. Okay. I'm just gonna hit a couple of these tweets.
How come he hasn't had a token?
Snowden? I don't know. It's a good point. So OpenAI appoints former NSA head Paul Nakasone. That could be, yeah. So his reply to this is they've gone full mask off. Do not ever trust OpenAI or its products. There's only one reason for appointing an NSA director to your board. This is willful, calculated betrayal of the rights of every person on Earth. You have been warned. It's again gonna get interesting. He tweeted this is all random.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, real quick before you go there, what does that mean? What he's saying? Where's he going with that statement?
This is a government tool at this point. OpenAI and all the data that's being collected, and then the how AI is being used. It's bringing a former high-ranking government employee, but somebody who worked in the intelligence agency and this is do we call them kind of like, it's not a spy agency, but you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, they are.
And it's kind of borders on, it's not military, but it borders on all that. It's kind of like where all these things intersect. But bringing in that guy
So-
to OpenAI for what? So,
What do you think? Like, yeah, in what? I'd be really curious to understand, like, in what nefarious ways would they use the data?
yeah, how have they used it nefariously already?
I mean, surveillance. I know there's like a whole thing about, people getting upset that the government surveils citizens without warrants. And at the same time, I'm just like, well, like Google farms all of our data anyway, right? And they use that to be able to sell to advertisers or do whatever. Like, what would OpenAI give them access to that we don't already kind of give them access to through Google searches or anything else?
I wonder if part of it is them having insights into like the way people lean, like political views and whatnot. Because if there were ever to be a, like, not an uprising, I'm trying to think of a better word for it, but some type of like resistance, some kind of like movement to change things, they would know very early and be able to maybe
Know which side it's
neutralize
coming
it.
from?
And yeah, know exactly who and where and everything about it. And I could see it being really dangerous in that regard. I'm sure there's so many fucking things that I couldn't even fathom. That's the scarier part to me, is knowing that they do collect this data and they do want it for reasons, and those reasons we don't know, right? That to me is more worrisome, that we don't even know what they do with it.
That's
But I
why
don't
we
trust
need
it's
Andy.
anything good.
Yeah, and Andy, I think, knows the eloquent answer to that.
Uh-huh.
He's been looking into it, right? Like, there's no way Andy's not on the pulse.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Agreed. I don't understand this tweet either. There's a non-zero chance that Gensler-Warren axis ends up throwing the whole election. Is he saying that whole thing loses the election for Biden?
I think it could. They said Gensler-Warren, like Elizabeth Warren, or
yeah.
It could.
That cost Biden the election. That was his point.
I mean, they're saying like it could come down to 1-2%, right? If that 1 to 2% is primarily in the middle, and it could be a topic, right? I mean, that's why he was courting the libertarians.
Yeah.
Like, which I would imagine a lot of people in the space find themselves like in that middle zone. Like, they might lean one way or the other, but they find themselves in the middle. So like, it could be the 1 to 2% that they're like, hey, that's 1 to 2% that we could take right there. These crypto dudes.
Yeah. Here's something with the AI stuff. If you think about how these AI like LLMs are trained and what data they're trained on, the government having their fingers in that means they control like what's programming you. They're kind of controlling the results and, how answers are fed to you and what type of answers, right? And we know that programs people. We know that kids get programmed. I don't think this is conspiracy theorist shit, but like through TikTok and all those kind of things, I've seen very, very directly how it shapes how kids think. So there's one angle, right? If they're in charge of that. And there's so many other LLMs that are built off of OpenAI's, right? Where like OpenAI's like, let's say OpenAI version 3 or something. Like, there's all these competitors to OpenAI, but who use earlier editions or versions of OpenAI as the base of their model too, of their LLM.
Yeah.
So a little something there maybe. I'm going to dive into this later. This is interesting. Pentagon ran secret anti-vax campaign to incite fear of China vaccines. Weird. This is weird. There's so much fucking shady shit.
By the way, dude, great alien story that we didn't talk about, which we could talk about this upcoming week, that took place. I think it was up in Ontario. Did you see it with like that bone-shaped UFO that I think happened like, let's say 10 years ago? But it was like a government contractor that was with his friends that saw it, and they actually took some type of like recordings of it. Like somebody came in with a oscilloscope to like verify that what they were saying was like, they were able to test the equipment and they were able to verify that like some of the things that they were saying actually were provable with them testing the electronic equipment. I'll send you the article. Just bone shape UFO Canada.
I love this shit. But I'm searching for that real quick. There's a new UFO video that came out, and I saw this on like some of the shows I watched who try to just deal with only more like reputable shit. you know, like have people who work in very official positions and talk to people who like can't go on the record. Did you see this footage? Like this is a newer one. I saw this just like in the past week.
Sorry, I'm just letting the kids out of the car.
Oh, all good. Yeah, I got. There's one UFO video I want you to see.
Okay.
Oh, I think I found the bone one. I love this shit, dude. Pentagon officials reveal tantalizing 7-minute encounter with a glowing blue UFO which emitted enough energy to power a small city. Oh my god.
And they were saying the way the propulsion system, like the way that it worked was just like, I don't want to say it was like effortless. Like they'd never seen anything like it. And again, like these, you know, when you have, seemed like back in the day, you'd hear from like kooks, you know, you'd hear from like somebody you might consider crazy, like your fucking weird uncle or something.
Yeah.
Now
Did
we're
I got
hearing
video
from
of this,
like,
by the way?
this is the thing, their camera wasn't working. Like their camera worked before and after, but what they were able to record were, I think, electromagnetic pulses, and they were able to test those pulses. So like there is electronic readings from what happened. There isn't video, but these readings, I think, were able to like validate. Yeah, I think it validated like what they were saying, as far as the guy was saying, like the way that the lights pulsed. He was explaining it, and I think they were able to show like, oh yeah, the electromagnetic readings that you got actually show those pulses that you were explaining.
Dude, no joke. I told you this like a week ago. I downloaded an audiobook of the Bible, and I've literally been listening to like Revelations. I'm going down a rabbit hole. I just have to. I cannot shake it. I'm not like a feeling like, not like a religious thing. I cannot shake the feeling that a whole bunch of that shit may be based on aliens. Like, so I'm just going in and I'm listening and I'm just kind of thinking it's pretty interesting shit.
It could be. Yeah, it could be, right? Or as Candace Owens says, demons. What your mom.
Yeah,
what your
right.
mom says too.
Yep. Yeah, I mean the
okay.
people are saying one and the same. Maybe that's why I'm just trying to make sense of it. But I've always thought that chapter was always fucking wild. So it's just fun to hear it again. It's been
wild.
years, a long time.
Yeah,
But check
it is
this
wild.
out. This is the latest UFO video. I don't remember when exactly it's from, but again, this was on some shows I watch, and they only really deal with like really real shit. So this is the latest thing they're on, and again, they're hearing from people that they trust that this was real. So I don't know if there's audio on that. I guess not.
Is that in the sky? Wow, what is
Yeah.
like what is that?
Yeah. And I can't remember the story around it either, but like the whole thing, the whole package, you know, it was pretty fucking cool
Dude, that would be terrifying.
to see something like that.
Like that close.
Yeah. Dude, fucking
would be-
absolutely.
That would be terrifying. How
I'm
are we
facing
ever
the
going
main
to be able?
highway. This craft, this
Okay.
football, this egg with the light around it looks like, you know, these like spikes almost, like blades of light. Interesting. Yeah. I
With
don't know, man.
with AI video, how are we ever going to be able to tell reals from fakes? Like, are we going to have the
dude.
ability to like plug in filters to know like, oh yeah, this was AI generated, or is it going to be so good we'll just never know anymore?
I don't think we're gonna know. AI is getting that good. It really is. Yeah,
Scary.
dude. I'm here for it. I don't even care. I just love it all, dude. I love it. It's a lot of fun. All right, it's game time. Good hang, dude. I've missed you on the weekend thing. Obviously,
I didn't
welcome-
realize
fucking
on
time.
Saturday you were still doing it.
yeah.
I was thinking it was Sunday now. Yeah, and what's nice is we know how much Joe hates talking aliens and politics. So
this
it's
is
kind
our
of
forum
fun.
for it.
This is kind of fun to get it out of the way, because honestly, I feel like I eat, breathe, and sleep crypto. So talking politics and aliens is I don't know. It's just fun. It's fucking fun shit.
It's fucking fun. It's a good way to like just this is where it's just whatever's going on.
Yeah.
This is just casual, shoot the shit, start the morning, and just kind of vibe on some stuff. So It'll be NFTs and crypto when there's stuff going on there, and when there's not, it's aliens and politics. So that's what you get here. But yeah, the weekend thing's always going. This shit's 7 days a week, man. So I love you, dude. Hope your day's awesome.
Yeah,
and
love
you
you too,
guys
man.
tuning in, man. You guys are fucking awesome. Appreciate you guys hanging like always. Hope your day's awesome. Tomorrow morning, same time, same channel. We will fucking see you. Goodbye,
All
my
right,
friends.
see you, dude. Have a good day.
You too, man.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible idiots who live in the tree. We're all on the zero.